In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to create 3 creative lower third animations. Professional touches for any video project. Keep learning, and don't forget to subscribe to Brand Factory. Start by creating a new composition with dimensions of 1920 by 1080 pixels. If you'd like to follow along, all the resources used are linked in the description below. Import the video, place it on the timeline, and align it to the center of the composition. Using the rectangle tool, draw the necessary shape for your lower third. Then, in the Effects and Presets panel, search for the Gradient Ramp effect. Apply it to the shape layer and adjust the gradient colors to your liking. Continue by adding more rectangular shapes to complete the base of the design. Temporarily hide all the other layers except for Shape Layer 1. Move its anchor point to the left side. Press S to reveal the scale property and add keyframes to animate the scaling. Select all the keyframes, right-click, choose Keyframe Assistant, and select Easy Ease for smoother motion. Repeat the same steps for Shape Layer 3. On Shape Layer 2, move the anchor point to bottom and animate the scaling in the same way. For Shape Layer 4, open both the opacity, T in position, P, properties together, set keyframes and animate them. Once all the animations are set, go into Graph Editor and adjust the curves for a polished flow. For the breaking news text, go back to the Effects and Presets panel. Search for a blinking opacity and apply it directly to the text layer to create a flashing effect. For the secondary text, add a text animator with both position and opacity properties. Set the opacity to 0% and adjust the position. Then open the range selector and add keyframes so that the text animates smoothly onto the screen. Create a new 1920 by 1080 composition and add your video to the timeline, making sure it's centered. Using the rectangle tool, begin drawing the shapes that will form the base of your lower third, and then add your text elements. For the animation, move the anchor point of the shapes to the left, open the scale property by pressing S, and add keyframes to animate. On Shape Layer 2, adjust the anchor point to bottom and animate the scaling in the same way. Select all the keyframes, apply Easy Ease, and refine them inside the graph editor. For the breaking news text, open the Effects and Presets panel. Search for Opacity Flicker In and apply it for a dynamic flashing effect. Create a null object. Select your three main layers and parent them to the null. On the null object, press P to open position property. Then hold Shift and press S to also reveal the scale property. Add your keyframes for animation, and again apply Easy Ease with graph refinements. Continue building the design by drawing additional shapes with the rectangle tool and adding the supporting text layers. On Shape Layer 3, move the anchor point to the top left, press S for scale, and animate the shape's appearance. Then create another rectangle and rename it Text Mass. Use this as a track map for the bottom text, so it reveals cleanly. Duplicate shape layer 3 with Ctrl+D. Rename it Text Mask 2 and use it as a map for the top text. Now animate the text layers. Open their position, P and opacity, T, properties together, add keyframes, and bring the text onto the screen. For the second text, animate it slightly differently by relying on position to slide it in. Once again, select all keyframes, ease them, and refine the animation in the graph editor. As before, start by creating a new 1920 by 1080 composition and placing your video in the center of the timeline. With the rectangle tool, create the shapes of the lower third and then add your text elements. For the animations, place the anchor point of shape layer 1 on the left side. Press S for scale and add keyframes. Do the same for shape layer 2, but this time move the anchor point to the top left before animating. Duplicate shape layer 2, rename it Text Mask 1, and use it as a track map for the bottom text. Once applied, open the position property of the text layer and animate it so that it reveals smoothly. Select all your keyframes, apply Easy Ease, and adjust them in the graph editor for smooth motion. On shape layer 3, open the position property and animate it sliding into place. For the breaking news text, apply the opacity flicker in effect to create a flashing attention grabber. For the supporting text, add a text animator with both position and opacity properties. Set the opacity to 0, adjust the position, and animate using the range selector so the text appears progressively. Shape Layer 4 can also be animated by opening the position property and setting keyframes to bring it into place. Finally, to animate the number layer, search for slider control in the Effects and Presets panel and apply it. Open the source text of the numbers layer. Use the pick whip to connect it to the slider, and then add keyframes to animate the counting effect. To clean it up, open the source text and modify the expression so that decimal places are removed, leaving whole numbers only.